If you found yourself fascinated by mixed media portraits but were too intimidated to try, and most of all, if you felt like drawing the face is what holding you back, then this video is just the video for you. Hi everybody, I'm Sharon and my videos are my way to help you overcome creative obstacles so you could unlock your creativity and create art that touch others. On today's video, I will show you how you can manipulate your photo to look like a painting with some cool artistic effects and then transfer it to your canvas. We will go through all the tips on how to make a perfect transfer results and how to blend it with your canvas. And of course, we will go over some basic tips for a successful composition layering and painting. So with no further ado, let's get into it. I'm starting with manipulating a photo by adding it some artistic effects using Prima app. This app will transform any image to a countless and different artistic styles. Print your image with a laser printer. You can use an ink printer, but you will be more exposed to having ink smudges in your transfer. Spread an evenly coat of medium gel both on the surface and your image. Adhere the paper to the surface, smooth it gently but thoroughly. We want to avoid having air bubbles that can later on cause gaps, wrinkles, and a disrupted outcome. Wait for a natural drying if possible. You can speed up the process using a heating tool, but it's better to simply wait and not risking having part of the paper still wet before starting. Spray a spritz of water and peel the paper off. It's a good tip to start in area you are less afraid to ruin and make your way to the face when you are sure your paper is dry enough to peel. Most of the paper will be easily removed, but many of the paper fibers will stay and give your image a fade look, which we want to avoid. So gently rub again and again until the colors of the transfer are saturated and the image is completely smooth. Before sharing the most critical tip for the success of your piece, just reminding you that links for all the materials I am using will be waiting for you in the description box down below. If you are planning on purchasing, then just note that my links are mainly affiliated links, which say completely nothing to you, but it's a huge deal for me and it's a great way to support my art, so I will be able to keep up and create free content for you guys. One of the most important tips I can give you is to make sure you blend the image with your canvas. Before blending, you can easily notice the edges of the transfer, but as I am keep blending it with gesso using brush and my fingers, I am achieving a natural, almost unnoticeable transfer. It's better to work in layers and add a small amount of product and not to load your brush with too much of it, so the transition between the image and the surface will be soft and delicate. Choose the area in which you want to build your composition. I love that my compositions reflect movement in my pieces, so usually I will try to emphasize it by composing all the elements next to the hair. Start with your biggest element and work your way through to the more delicate and smaller elements. You can achieve an harmonious outcome if you will mix materials such as fabric, mold, laces, wood, and so on. If you want to learn more about how to achieve a beautiful layering in your pieces, I will link a tutorial where I share all the secrets and tips for the perfect layering in the description box below. Adding small details to the mixture of your elements will make a huge difference in the final look of your piece. I will also leave a link for you down below to a tutorial that will cover many small details idea and how to apply them. One of my favorite products to add as a small detail that makes a big difference is the Finnabair Art Stones. Dab a brush with medium gel, then dab it again with the art stones and apply it directly on your surface. After you let your piece dry, you can start adding colors. Test the colors and choose those who will complement your composition. You can go with any type of medium you want, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure to deepen the contrast by keeping your bright areas as bright as possible and your shaded areas dark. You can achieve this by working in layers and waiting for the surface to dry in between layers. For the final touch, I suggest to unify all the piece together by giving it a light touch of gesso using a dry brush technique. You can also add a bit of magic by sprinkling some white acrylic ink splatters, but this is of course just a personal signature I love adding to my pieces. By clicking here, you will jump right into a series of videos that will walk you through an in-depth guidelines on how to build your mixed media piece. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed my content, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for future videos alert. See you in the next video. Bye bye!